Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back. Welcome. I want to introduce you to Katie. Katie is a gardening friend slash viewer, right? But I should say gardening friend.
Yes.
Because we have been friends on social media for a while now, right? Katie lives close by. She lives in Sacramento, and she has sent me pictures of her garden, specifically pictures of your hydrangeas, which I'll show you in a little bit, and they are gorgeous. So we're gonna do a little tour. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How long have you lived in this property?
13 years.
13, and you have 3 boys?
3 boys.
So you're a boy mom.
Yeah.
And Katie homeschools her boys, which is so...
Yep, I'm home all the time, a lot of the time. That's why I have a lot of time to work in my garden.
When did you start? Because Katie's obsessed with gardening, by the way. Like, I can solidly say she's obsessed. When did you start getting obsessed?
Well, I've always liked flowers, and I have a lot of memories working in the garden, like my parents' garden. But I think I probably became more obsessed when I had my own house. Yeah. So when we moved here, and then we planted lavender right away. They were right here in the front.
Oh, and do you guys see this lavender? It smells incredible. And I see bees on it, and I see butterflies on it. It is gorgeous. So this is about a decade-old garden-ish, and it's stunning. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, just as a reminder, Katie, this is Sacramento, so this is zone 9. So we're hot and we're dry. So to be able to grow the type of plants that Katie grows, you have a magic touch.
I don't know about that.
You do. I can't grow what you grow. That's part of the reason I wanted to come and see it. Let me grab my camera and then we'll take a closer look, okay?
Yeah. You know, it's really too bad that this little bird's box, it had a nest of birds.
Did it?
And they fledged yesterday.
Yesterday? Oh no, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you know what, is this a maple?
Red maple.
Red maple, this is gorgeous.
This was here when we got the property, and it turns bright red. It's so gorgeous.
Does it? Oh my goodness.
So we got another one over there.
Oh.
It's not as happy.
This one?
Yeah.
Is red, and you guys planted that one?
We planted that one.
It's beautiful.
But this one was established.
Look at the birdhouse. Isn't that just the cutest
Western
thing?
bluebirds.
Western bluebirds?
Yeah, yeah, they're cavity nesters, and so they need a cavity,
funny.
Hole to build their nest.
Fun. And your boys put that up? You put that up with your boys?
No, my mom was an avid birder, and she has a lot of birding connections, and she knew that I had got Western bluebirds in my yard, and she told a guy who monitors bluebirds. Oh. And so she asked him if I could have a bird box. He made one for me.
Oh my gosh.
He texts me and asks me, like,
how they're doing.
Checking in on them, because he monitors a whole bunch of boxes across California.
Oh my gosh. So
I know, I need to give you info about that.
Yeah, because
if you've ever seen one in your yard, you need a box.
I want to be a birder.
Yeah.
I want to be one of those people that watch birds and know the name, know specifically what type of birds they are.
Yeah. Last year the bluebirds didn't get to be in there because an oak titmouse took it.
That's too funny. Aw. Okay, we have to talk about your lavender, because your lavender is stunning. It is so beautiful. And you said you just got this from like the big box store?
I'm not sure. So when we started with Hidcoat, and my husband chose it because it's a smaller variety, like 18 inches kind of 24 inches across.
Right.
And it's a darker purple, but I don't think any of these are Hidcoat anymore. I'm not sure. And what we've done, because this is a hard place to grow lavender because of the tree. Yeah. But you can see it's totally shaded right now. Yeah. And we lose some every year, but they self-seed. And so I found that the best way to just to take this self-seeders is I take them out and then I baby them a little bit in a pot, and then I plant them later when...
Like, is this one that you've babied?
I'm not sure. I think that one came up in the right spot.
You could just leave it.
This one I planted straight in, and see, that's what happens. I should I shouldn't have done that.
You got to let nature do a
But
little bit.
I have to fix the line well, my husband and I, we fix the line every year.
Yeah.
Because we always lose them.
And then tell me what this big, massive...
That's Rudbeckia, and it's self-seeded, and it's just so exciting when it comes up. It's so gorgeous.
I can imagine how beautiful
I'll have to send you a photo when it's in full bloom.
Because you can just see that it's going to be incredible with the nepeta in front of it. Oh my gosh. And then perfect for like fall kind of
so pretty.
colors,
I love it. And I didn't know it was going to self-seed, and it's just like such a gift.
It's beautiful. And I see you have some zinnias planted. Ooh, and you planted Verbena bonariensis.
Yes, last year, and I realized that's a funny spot for it because it's right next to this catmint. You can't really tell from far away. So and then it came back, and I was like, okay, we'll leave it there.
Yeah, but it's obviously happy there. Yeah. It's pretty good. And then heliotrope, my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I thought that would be a good place to try it.
Yeah.
It likes it. It has not struggled at all.
It looks so good. And Katie, your house. I'm obsessed with your house. It's so beautiful.
We love it.
Did you guys do the brick facade, or you bought it and it was here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so pretty. And even look at her driveway, you guys. I know this is a garden tour, but I just have to point out how beautiful her driveway is.
Yeah.
So this side.
Yeah, I knew you would like the dry creek bed.
Oh my goodness, look at this right here.
Yeah.
So Katie, you and your husband did this?
I would say he did more of it than me.
Aren't you sweet? Giving him the credit.
Because this was heavy lifting. Although I did make sure that I liked the way the rocks were. I wanted them real natural looking.
Yeah, this is perfectly natural. I mean, it looks so good. What made you decide to do the dry creek bed over here? Just to take up room?
You know, my aunt and uncle had one. Well, actually, okay. This spot didn't have any irrigation.
Oh, okay.
And so it was just dead grass in the summer, and if you can see my window there, when we're in our house, this is the main view that we have, like that you could see. Yeah. And it was either add irrigation, but that was going to be kind of complicated, or do it kind of a drought tolerant, take out the grass. And I just really was up for the challenge. I was like, I want to see what we can do without water.
I love it.
Yeah, when we got the new driveway, we had irrigation put in, so now I've added additional flowers, but this echinacea comes back. Well, there were like 3 or 4 of them, but like the salvias come back.
So pretty.
And they don't have water.
They don't have water.
I think this is a California native. It's a Verbena
de la Mina.
Yeah. It's my fave, one of my faves.
Yes.
And that one is so, it is so strong. It can take so much.
Oh my gosh, I need to put that in my Best of the West garden.
You do. Yeah. And it does not need water in the summer. I mean, you could give it a little water, but
and that one,
serious.
Butterflies are like
Careful
obsessed
of your
with
feet.
it.
I don't want to
No falling on rocks.
No falling.
So speaking of Best
This is
of the
another
West.
one. This is another Best of the West. That's the California fuchsia.
Oh yeah.
I had a gorgeous one that didn't survive the new driveway, and so this is my second one, but that does not need water.
Nice. And then tell me about this
The
gorgeous.
Calandrinia, I think that's what it's called.
Goodness.
I just love it. Like, has these poppy flowers, and it blooms so long. It's, a succulent.
So this, you said it blooms in the morning. It opens in the morning, and then it closes as the day goes on.
And it's just so gorgeous.
I mean, this is, Katie told me that they're at Home Depot for $10.
No, excuse me, Lowe's.
Oh, Lowe's. Okay, even better, because there's one one close to here.
They weren't flowering, but yeah.
Hey.
But if you wanted to plant a whole, I think this would be so pretty.
So is this hooked up to drip at all?
The Calandrinia, no.
Oh my goodness.
So there's drip on a few new plants. My rose, that's at Olivia Austin.
Oh, pretty.
It had a grasshopper on it, so it's a funny shape. That's what happens when grasshoppers eat.
Yes. Do you get a lot of grasshoppers here?
I don't know. We have a whole little ecosystem here.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have pest issues and sometimes we don't.
So here, this is one of my favorite.
Yeah, that one doesn't need water.
This is a Tapian verbena.
Yeah.
This is stunning, and it looks so good in between the rocks like that.
Yeah, and I have it's really carpeted all over this place, but I cut it back. This is really stunning. I have a lot of California poppies here, but they were all done.
They just finished. Yeah.
And I let them all go to seed and then.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to come back in the early spring. Oh
It's really pretty.
So tell me about this beautiful bush right here.
Yeah, this was, I just love butterfly bush. Doesn't it smell so good?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. It's probably one of my favorite scents in the garden, our butterfly bush. The one in my backyard is even more fragrant, but this one, oh, I just love it. I love touching
I know.
butterfly bush. So I think this one's called Wisteria Lane. I can check. I planted it in a pot because it said it would work in a pot, and it definitely was on its last. Oh, there's another butterfly. Actually, it might be the same butterfly, just taking
we're watching a butterfly just enjoy itself. Where? I don't see it.
He's,
oh, you're right. Oh, there. Zoom in. Yeah, you've got the pollinators here for sure. Like you obviously have planted all the things that they like.
And we have lots of lizards and that are around eating bugs. I'm so glad. I'm so thankful we have the lizards have found their place here.
Yeah.
Lots of hummingbirds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How fun.
Yeah.
Well, this is absolutely gorgeous, Katie. Okay, so your front yard is beautiful. Like absolutely beautiful. It's nothing compared to your backyard.
Well, let's take a look.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, so first off, can we talk about Mateo's business?
Basil. Yeah. He decided to grow some seeds to sell basil plants.
So Mateo is Katie's oldest son. Yeah. Oh, I see a carpenter bee over here.
Oh, do you? Oh yeah, we get so many bees.
Oh, I love the carpenter bees. They're just so big. I love them. Okay, so Mateo is Katie's
11.
oldest son.
And here's Janey was so sweet and bought some of his basil.
So he has a business. He is growing and selling basil, which is fabulous. I bought 4 of them. Thank you, Mateo. I'm very excited. Can we see his stash that he's working on?
You want to see it?
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Mateo, I am so impressed. So where is he planning to sell these? What's the plan?
He's just going to make a little stand at the park.
Oh my gosh. It's like lemonade? No. And by the way,
it was my idea.
Look at the book she has. Gertrude Jekyll on gardening. I am obsessed. I want that book so bad. Okay. So hopefully we can see. Hopefully my phone is going to adjust. Look at her side yard. So narrow side yards are a huge thing. Like you have to use them. She has her garbage cans here. You have your amazing composter. Oh my goodness. Tell me about these.
Okay, so this is bougainvillea. I planted it because this is just a chain link fence and I have my laundry station over there. And I was like, I'm just going to make this pretty.
Yeah.
And so I planted the bougainvillea first, and but maybe I planted the grape and the bougainvillea at the same time. I'm not sure. And I was just like, we'll see how they go. There wasn't any irrigation, and
that's just crazy.
Yeah. And
this
just
is
happy.
The east side of your house, right? But you said it does get some pretty good sun.
It's, I think it's northeast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bet you the sun bounces off of the white of this house and it gives it lots of heat that I'm sure it likes.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah. And then these grapes, they just were so happy right away. We got grapes, I think the second year.
You did?
I think so.
Oh my gosh.
But they love it here and they're planted right next to the compost. So, so they're getting a lot of nutrients.
Happy, lots of nutrients, and then a beautiful succulent garden too.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's really fun. That was one of my first gardening loves was succulents.
Oh, how fun! Oh,
I just got really confident. I actually went to a master gardener's class at the library, and I learned about I just learned a lot about succulents, and I was just like, okay, I can do this.
They're kind of a gateway plant, like a gateway drug for gardening, and then all of a sudden you become absolutely obsessed.
Yeah.
Because I think probably because they're so easy to propagate, and you're like,
I'm
so good at this.
I think a lot of people give them too much sun most of the time. That would probably be the number one thing, is that some of them can handle sun, but a lot of them need afternoon shade.
Yeah, and so a little bit of protection. Now, is that irrigated right there?
That is now, because when we got the new pavers, then we were able to add irrigation, everything.
Beautiful. Can I show off your door color before?
Yeah,
we
let me
move
close the
back?
door.
What a beautiful door color you.
This is, I think it's called Willow Tree.
It's gorgeous. So, as you all know, I have a green door, and where did I get my inspiration from?
Me.
Katie!
because when you moved into your new property, I was like, your office door has to be that sage green that's on your, aesthetic of your YouTube channel.
The logo and everything like that. Yeah. I remember you messaging me, and then you're like, yeah, I have this green door, and it's like, oh, done. I mean, just done. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da! The sun. The sun is getting it, but look at how beautiful it is, you guys. Okay, so this is not a big backyard, but it is a beautiful backyard.
Thank you.
First of all, your trees.
Podocarpus.
Podocarpus.
They were here when we moved in, and they've just grown a lot, and my husband is just really good at
pruning them, keeping them neat and tidy.
Yeah, he does it about twice a year.
Oh, they are so pretty. And you've sent me pictures of these before.
Yeah, because I was worried about your podocarpus hedge that you were saying you wanted.
Yeah.
Because some of these drop berries and they're just a mess. So I was like, get the ones that don't have berries. They're a mess.
They're so pretty. I mean, like, to have this as what you look at your backyard, that's just incredible.
Yeah, and there's a parking lot behind here.
It's a school, right?
Yeah, but
so
they block it.
I mean, it just makes this whole space like this own little, like an oasis or something. I'm sure all of you are staring at the most amazing, incredible, beautiful thing. Katie has the magic touch.
The Annabelle hydrangea.
And she can grow Annabelle hydrangeas.
And they're so happy they actually propagate themselves. My first Annabelle was that one, and all the rest are just propagations from it that I've moved. Not this one. No, sorry. Yeah, I have two of the, these are endless summer. And I don't remember if I planted two separate ones or if one is a propagation of the other, but I get propagations of this one too.
How do you propagate your, you just get,
they just make babies over, like they just spread.
They're just so happy they can't help themselves.
I can see one in the back.
Look at how beautiful this is, you guys. So I whenever I talk about hydrangeas, Katie texted me a picture and was like, oh no, we can totally grow Annabelle hydrangeas. Yeah, Katie?
The Annabelle does a lot better than are those macrophyllus?
Yeah. I was gonna say, these look better than those.
Yeah, so that one over there usually gets burned at some point.
Oh, okay.
They're all in shade by 1 o'clock.
Is it weird that makes me feel better that your hydrangeas get burned?
Yeah,
mine do too.
That one gets burned, and then I just clip it, and it's just kind of, it just has some holes in it. But the rest of it's healthy, so I just let it go.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they get a little droopy in the heat, but I haven't had any of these burn.
Do you ever have to stake them up?
This one, I have had to stake, and those baby ones, I think they might have something. I'm not sure. Those younger ones. This is the original one that I planted. But I use a different pruning method now. I prune like much taller, and they just seem to be stronger that way.
Interesting. Interesting. So giving the old wood a chance to harden, get a little bit stronger. I just can't get over this. I can't stop touching them, and they're just so beautiful, and I just love it so much.
And this is such a gorgeous view. This is when I come around the corner. It's just it's so breathtaking.
It's just stunning. So tell me about your roses.
The iceberg roses. So when I decided that I wanted to try roses here, I found out that I could grow iceberg. They just won't be as floriferous because they get more shade.
Yeah.
But yeah, I planted this one when my husband got his green card.
Aww.
And I just was so excited, and I had the whole day off of work, and so I was like, well, I'm going to plant something.
Yes, so, it's a congratulations.
Yeah.
How fun. And I was pointing this out, like the sign of a healthy garden, right? Some leaf cutter bees.
Yep.
Oh, so this is the green card rose, which is so exciting. What's your husband's name?
Nico.
Nico.
Yeah. He's from the Netherlands.
Nico from the Netherlands. What is this?
That's a geranium. It's I think that's technically a pelargonium, right? It's the Martha Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that these two?
This is a different variety, and I preferred the one that's in the bed, the ones that has burgundy. Well, they both have some burgundy, but this is like a brighter pink, and that's like a lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of like my color palette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so. It's gorgeous.
I started out with this whole area just white.
And why, Katie? Why was it just white?
I chose to do this back area all white because I just knew I wouldn't mess up. That's just with the color palette.
You can't go wrong with all white.
Right. And so we had some white fortnight lilies. They were here when we moved in.
Oh yeah.
And so they were here a long time. I eventually took them all out. They just spread, and they're just so messy too. I mean, in this application.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a lot of that heavenly bamboo. But that was pretty much all this was the fortnight lilies and the heavenly bamboo.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I changed everything to white, and then slowly I added some magenta snapdragons one year. I really liked those.
Oh.
And then I slowly started sneaking in some pinks and lavenders, and I kind of like this mauvey pink kind of tones here. So over the years, I just look at my pictures and kind of try to figure out what colors I like the best with it.
Decide what you want to go with.
That Martha Stewart, the Martha Washington, the Martha Washington geranium or pelargonium. I feel like that's my color.
That seems like
palette for this.
That's when I imagine your garden. That's the color palette I imagine Katie's garden for. Now you have another grape over here.
That's a Thompson seedless. The one by the compost was a red flame. And this one has not fruited yet. It actually fruited last year, but when I was taming it, I knocked off some. Yeah. And so hasn't fruited yet this year, so I don't know if it's going to.
Maybe it's not as happy. Which one was that?
That's
flame?
red flame.
And those are table grapes?
Because where I'm from the Bakersfield area. I'm from a little town called Shafter, north of Bakersfield, and they grow lots of table grapes that we all eat. Yeah.
Oh, how fun.
And so Thompson seedless, and then the red flame, they're just really common varieties.
Oh, and you have, is this eucalyptus?
A eucalyptus, the silver dollar. I ordered that from Etsy as a little baby.
You did? You are such a gardener. By the way, you are such a gardener, Katie.
Yeah, and I don't know how long it can grow in a pot, but I was in the Netherlands with my husband, and somebody there at a little cafe, actually I think it was a florist shop, I'm not sure, a little shop owner had not the silver dollar, but a different eucalyptus in a pot, and she brings it in the winter, and I was like, how long has this been in a pot? She was like 8 years or something.
Whoa.
I was like, well, that's good. I'll keep one in a pot for a few years, although they're in the Netherlands, not in California. So I don't know
where an eucalyptus is going to grow. Probably pretty happy. So tell me about this tree.
We planted it last year. When we moved here, there was actually a gorgeous red maple just like in the front, but it was really, really big, and so it had to come out.
Much.
It was too big. So I had asked for crepe myrtle. It took us years to finally get to the point where we got the crepe myrtle. So this is a smaller one. It won't get real big, but it's just been here about like less than a year, but it'll bloom white, which is wonderful, because there's a lull like in August where everything just comes and goes, but several times I'm like, I just wish I had a flowering tree right now. I was like, I got to get a crepe myrtle.
Yeah, and crepe myrtles will bloom July, August, all that. Wow, I can't imagine these dark leaves with white blooms. I bet that's gorgeous.
Yeah, and it looks really pretty through this window.
Oh yeah.
I have kind of two gardening, well, I guess I have a lot of little gardening philosophies, but one is consider the views from your windows.
Yeah.
Like look out your window and what do you see, and help that shape your landscape.
Yeah.
And then the other one is, well, for me, is I had heard once to make your favorite bouquet, but in a garden.
What? I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And so, like, when you're getting, when you're kind of deciding on plants, do these all, marry well and mingle and.
Yeah. So your favorite bouquet is this?
Well, I have a lot of my favorite bouquet plants. You're just not seeing them. I also grow tulips and ranunculus and anemones.
And I saw calla lilies down there.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
so
I mean,
pretty.
even, you know, I love like all kinds of gardens. So like this is a real romantic, you know, kind of storybook kind of feel. But I would say all genres of garden. And so like if you were to just mix different things together to see how they all play together, you know?
Yeah. You don't have to stick to one thing. Yeah, I love it. And you were saying when you moved into this house, it was a Zen garden, right?
It kind of, so that was a pond. Yeah, this little area. And as soon as we moved in, my husband drilled holes in it. He was like, we're not having a pond.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, as long as we fill it with dirt. And so, yeah.
Perfect.
So I love this little area. It just feels
beautiful.
very like a meadow, like a really
just
small
gonna say,
meadow.
like a little meadow. I love it.
Yeah.
And this arch, what do you have going here?
That is Eden. I got it last year for my birthday. So I have white Eden on this wall.
Okay.
And that's been there a few years. It's just taking its precious time.
Yeah.
This one is the original Eden, and it is going fast.
It is so fast. I've driven by my old house. So that Eden probably was only 2.5 years old, and it's
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Oh my goodness. I have to get more Edens.
I have wanted an arch here for a long time.
It's perfect. It's exactly what it should be. And then, I mean, look at how cute this is. It's just so cute.
Yeah. When I
would workbench, or what is that, a kitchen?
A little mud kitchen. Yeah. I'm an advocate of kids playing outside.
Yes.
I advocate kids play outside 4 to 6 hours a day.
Oh, you know what? I agree. That is fantastic, especially little boys, 3 little boys.
Yeah.
But you have the perfect yard. It's a beautiful garden, but there's still so much space for kids to play.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at how cute.
Yeah, don't bonk your head, because I bonked my head a few times on this little guy.
Oh, like what's above my head?
Yeah. Yeah, I always say, if I had more space, I don't know what I would do here. Now that my kids are older, I kind of think I could plant more things here, but I can't take away the mud kitchen. It's just so precious.
Does the 5-year-old play with it still?
Sometimes, but he loves playing with his brothers, and they're doing Legos. So
They're doing
does
other
a lot of
things.
Legos.
Oh no.
You know, and it's so sweet. You know, gardens just invite children. And when kids come over and visit, they ask if they can pick flowers. It's so sweet. And they often have a favorite flower too. Like, you know, different kids are attracted to different flowers.
Yeah. That is so, I just love that. That's so cute. I have to point out here. Oh my goodness. Look at how beautiful.
I got some hollyhock seeds from my dad last year.
Oh, these
and
are
they were white. I don't know, because I ordered a fancy one from Etsy, and that's not what it's supposed to look like. So I just don't know what's going on. I don't know. Because the seeds that my dad gave me were pure white.
Oh,
and then
funny.
These were supposed to be like, the ones I ordered were salmon. But it's so pretty.
Maybe
and
it's a
actually
mix.
better.
This is gorgeous.
I just think it's so pretty.
This is a beautiful, beautiful color. Gorgeous. So this is kind of your veggie garden, right?
Yeah. So over the years, I have kind of decided what kind of edibles I prefer. Love fruit trees, love berries, love herbs. Those are my categories. And then add on tomatoes and whatever kind of my kids ask if we can plant.
Right.
But that's kind of it. Like yeah. So herbs, I guess I cook with all the herbs.
Yeah.
And berries, you're going to have to taste one.
Ooh.
So these are raspberries, and they're amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you got to grab one.
Let's see.
They come off really easily.
What kind are these?
You know, we'll have to look it up. It's a thornless raspberry.
They're delicious. I don't have any raspberries
This
yet.
is my first dahlia that came up.
Yay. Oh, so pretty.
I grew a lot of dahlias from seed, and they're just doing great.
Mine.
The sunflowers aren't blooming. They'll be here soon.
They'll be here soon. Look, you can see it starting.
Yep.
This bird is just.
The mockingbird. Yeah.
It's just has so much to say to us.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. I'd have to look. Yeah. So my youngest, he really wanted to plant popcorn. He got
Cute.
popcorn seeds in his stocking at Christmas,
Oh,
and so he'd been asking if he can plant the popcorn.
Oh, that's so
So
cute.
I've never grown corn, but look how it's going.
It seems happy. It seems totally, totally happy.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Very cute. And you have these gorgeous wine barrels. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because I just didn't have enough space. It was too much concrete out here.
Right. So tell me about these raised beds because they're in concrete.
Yeah. So this, when we bought this house, this was advertised as a like boat or RV parking.
Oh, yeah.
And that fence was a little closer, but to access it, well, we don't have a boat or an RV, but to access it, you would actually have to go on our neighbor's driveway to get to it. So it's kind of silly.
Very silly.
Yeah. So this was just all concrete, and my husband, he said, I'm gonna cut the concrete, and we're going to have some raised beds. So he did the math, and said that they'll be at an angle, and
But it's perfect.
and he said, we'll grow veggies. And I said, well, I don't know a lot about growing veggies, so this is a real risk. He said, we'll learn. And I started with a method a friend had recommended to me called the square foot gardening method.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
And so that's how I started. And that's where you look at a square foot and then you figure out how many of that thing you can plant.
Right.
And that's not really this method, but it's all crammed in together, so it's similar.
But it's funny, it's crammed in, but you can tell how much it fits. Like your strawberries, kind of just lining the border behind your sunflowers and your tomatoes.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
You know, and I know certain things aren't really supposed to mingle, but I just always, I mean, I think gardeners who are really like gardening, they're always willing to try it.
I 100% agree with you. Like, push the boundaries.
Yeah.
It's nature.
Let's try it.
Let's see if, and what's the worst that can happen? It dies.
Yeah, and you know that these sunflowers, I grew them from seed, and so what's
this is so pretty. These are zinnias. Did you plant these?
Yeah, those are zinnias.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then is this Bordeaux or a fake
No,
Bordeaux?
that one's just doing a lot better. It's just a
Wow.
6-pack of something from the Green Acres.
It's just happy.
But these are super petunias.
Green Acres is our local garden center, the one that I usually go to.
And this is bubble gum.
Love it.
Yeah.
Bubblegum with bougainvillea. I
Yes.
love
Oh my
it.
goodness. I got this topiary and I just figured it wasn't, I was like, it's fine if it doesn't topiary, if I can't maintain that.
Yeah.
But this year it made this like double.
I mean,
And it's amazing.
it wants
I'm
to
like,
be a double poodle.
I was like, I hit the jackpot.
Oh.
It's doing so, because this is so hot because it's next to a wall.
Yes.
And this is south. And but the bougainvillea here, it's just so happy.
You have you have the most interesting microclimates in your garden.
Yeah, they're all different.
Right?
Yeah.
And it has a lot to do with the stucco you have, and it has a lot to do with all the trees and stuff, but just looking at you and looking at super petunias, bougainvillea, yarrow, bougainvillea behind you, and then a maple tree. And it's like, this is so cool, Katie.
Yeah. This is, smell this one.
This is stunning. Did you limit it up to do
I did,
this?
just so that I had more room for underneath.
But you have a buddleia tree.
Yeah.
I want a buddleia tree.
Yeah, you just have to limit, and then just, it's it's a little high maintenance.
That's
It's
all right.
keeping up with that. Not too bad, because you just really only have to do it in the spring.
So there's no edibles in this one. Is that right?
Just the blackberry.
Just the blackberries. Oh, wow, Katie, there is so much going on back here. It's so interesting.
This is parsley that's gone to flower. It's just so gorgeous. I love it. And you can still eat the parsley.
And the bees probably love it, right? Isn't there some butterfly that really likes
Parsley?
that's gone
I
to
think
seed?
you're right.
Right? Like, isn't there one that you're supposed to let
I feel
go
like I
seed?
could try to guess, but I'm...
So let's just say that.
Okay.
Well, there's this butterfly that really likes parsley that's gone to seed, and that's why it's gone to seed. And then you have your sweet peas, which are just about done.
See, this one is later than all the rest because it's just it's shaded from this a little bit. So this one's a lot happier than my trellis, all the ones I have in the heat.
Yeah.
So they came kind of in succession.
Are you letting these go to seed, and are you going to take the seed from those?
Yeah, I'll let some of them fall, and then I'll collect some of them. And
oh, how fun. You have just taken up every little square inch you could possibly do.
And this is too warm for this to always be like this time of year, so they sit on my table out in that other part, but I moved them for
for this. And these are your lavenders from the front
These
yard?
are the lavender babies, and then these are some dianthus I propagated, catmint from seed. This is verbena from seed. This is an echinacea from seed.
Oh my goodness. Well, Katie, this is absolutely stunning. I feel so lucky that I finally get to see this in real life.
You could come.
Because I've seen it on Instagram for so long, and now that I'm here and I'm seeing how beautiful it is, I just love it. You are a very, very inspiring gardener. And just real quick, the color of your fence?
Bear slate.
Bear
Yeah.
slate. I love it.
You're lucky I remember that.
Yeah, right? I've been nice. I haven't asked too many questions, but gorgeous. Thank you so much for having us. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.